Welcome back to the Viking line. Today we got something a little different. I'm gonna react to a channel called Vice, as you can see, on the dead and dying speedways of the South. There was one part in this that you'll see that I don't. We'll get into it.
People always ask, how do NASCAR drivers go to the bathroom during a race? Like, you hear that one a lot. Well, the answer is, if you can't hold it or you don't sweat it out, you go on yourself. And Dale Jr. one time, they normally don't have to go till the end of the race, and he ended up having to go, and it ran down into his seat, and it boiled in his seat from his own urine, which is not cool.
He boiled his ass.
Yes, he did.
I think I might have pissed myself once skating. I collided with somebody and
Man.
yeah.
Why would you even say that?
I'm pissing myself.
Let's get past all this. There we go. Oh. Try to do this. Gotta love Edge, right? Oh.
At the Cherokee Speedway, and we're about to watch some stock car racing on a dirt track. We're in the South. It's evident. There's Confederate flags everywhere. Car culture is big here, and it's kind of cool.
You have families that race, their dads will race, and then when they get old enough to race, their dads will put them in the car, then they'll race. There's boys here racing 13, 14 years old. We even have girls that race here.
Yep.
The week before last, a girl won one of the races.
Stock car was born out here. It evolved and then sort of got into a bigger arena. And during that evolution, a lot of these smaller tracks became sort of obsolete and began to shut down. So all through this area are just abandoned racetracks.
I'd never been to a racetrack before, dead or alive.
Oh, it's fun.
But Cherokee is supposed to be the
Wait, why
real
would you
thing.
say dead or
Every
alive
Saturday,
on
diehard
that?
fans
Like,
pack these
what?
grandstands to watch hours of racing.
We like to see racing, we like to see wrecks, we like to see it all. Around here at this Gaffney Speedway, that is.
Yee. We do.
A lot of people have been telling me to look out for car number 71, the white car. Apparently it's got a female driver. I think she's the only one racing, like a field of men. And I think some people don't like that.
Just a little explosion. It ain't that bad. I was supposed to go watch one of those today, and I didn't. Oops.
Cherokee is a throwback to the Prohibition era when stock car racing began. Moonshiners souped up their cars to outrun the law, then built dirt tracks to prove who was faster.
Yep, birth of NASCAR.
Saturday night at the races became a sensation in the South. But when big money came into the sport in the 70s, it changed everything.
And money usually does change everything.
Grandstands packed 100,000 plus, and by the 90s, TV deals and corporate sponsorships had turned NASCAR, the big leagues of stock car racing, into a billion-dollar empire. And it all came from dirt tracks just like this. But what happens when the races are over?
You can at least pick up your trash and take it with
Flagging
you and throw it
grassroots
away.
Tracks like Cherokee are a dying breed.
It's people, I swear.
And nearby, the original big league track that evolved from them sits empty.
Remember how I said in the beginning of this video how there was a part in this video that I wasn't that I was going to discuss. It's this. As you can see, they uploaded this about 9 days ago. Yeah, 9 days ago. Wilkesboro is now back open. It is not empty. They do race it, and they've fixed up a lot of things. You can Google it. It's nice. So let's get back into it.
Apparently, North Wilkesboro was the first sanctioned speedway in NASCAR history. A lot of the greats became great here.
And
This
Hickory Motor
means a
Speedway
lot
too.
to a lot of people, especially the people in this area and just stock car fans all over.
Whoa! Yeah, baby!
And it means more than nothing than super fan
I'd be
Chuck
doing the same
Ellison.
thing.
I'm Primetime Chuck, and I'm here at beautiful North.
Oh, Primetime Chuck.
It's a glance back at NASCAR's past, the past that they'd like you to forget.
How many times have you been here?
This is my third trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the mecca of NASCAR, the mecca of stock car racing. I don't think, as far as it goes to abandoned tracks, that you get any bigger than this place.
Okay.
I mean, Rockingham.
Size-wise, or
No, in
history-wise?
feeling. Look at this wall and tell me that you can't feel the history just coming off this wall, man. It's just got so much soul in it, you know?
It's not a jumbotron. It's a
wall.
painted wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much history just looking at that right here.
I guess maybe I'm old-fashioned, but
You're more into walls.
yeah, I'm more into walls. It's kind of like a crucifix to a religious person. Like a true diehard NASCAR fan is going to hold that reverence for the sign.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, for people in the South, it's God and then racing.
Yep.
Wow. This place is really big.
What really makes this place special is the layout and the character of it. It was built not by a bunch of engineers, but probably somebody that just said, we need a racetrack, and they cleared out a little area, and whatever the topography.
Yeah, it wasn't a college engineer, it was a redneck. They just said, let's get to it, let's do it.
This way. So consequently, now you've got a track that's got attitude. And
A lot of it,
NASCAR's
too.
missing that now because now they've got these cookie cutter tracks that are all built the same way. They're built to pack in the fans. It doesn't.
I 100% agree with what he just said about a lot of the NASCAR tracks are cookie cutted to just fill the stands and blah blah blah. 100% agree with that.
Doesn't have the same. You got to get up on the wheel and really just get in there, you know.
So
And this might upset a lot of people that watch this, watch NASCAR. It's not racing. It's just, oh, let's go around, 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 around. You might have a wreck. Back then, it was racing. Rubbing is racing. Just remember that.
like the current racing system is what's contributed to places like this being dead?
The biggest word I can use is greed. They
Right.
just got so greedy and they wanted to go to bigger markets and bigger things, but they didn't have any plan for sustainability. They said, okay, well, if we go to point B, what's going to happen with point A? And that's what they've got right now. They've got a sport that's just drifting lackadaisical with no real leadership.
Right.
Amen to that. Freaking amen to that. NASCAR needs real leadership again. Don't get me wrong. There are some things the leadership does that's great. But not. It's maybe 25%. The rest of it, you just, like he said, floating like a daisy in the wind.
Yeah. How does it feel to be walking down here on the straightaway?
Man, you look at this place and it's like ghoster everywhere, you know? Every mark on this place, every crack in the track, every piece of rubber, it's a memory and it's a piece of the fire that used to be in this sport. And it's like being in the aftermath of a house fire where all your most precious memories get burned up.
Yeah.
Like you look at this place and that's what I feel like. I feel like someone burnt my house down.
It seemed like an extreme metaphor, but the closing of this track really did hit close to home for Chuck.
Growing up, for me,
It hit home for a lot of people that grew up around that. But I digress. We'll get back to the video.
was not easy. Both of my parents had problems and marital problems. I witnessed domestic violence and a lot of things when I was younger that, I don't talk a lot about. But one thing that brought my whole family together was this sport.
Primetime is a very interesting character. It seems like the passion for the sport comes from a deeper place. Like, it seems like this is his happy place. Probably because that's where his family came together as a unit and they all shared that. And then it seems like outside of the racetrack, it kind of fell apart and it was really hard for him. So I could see how he has this strong connection to these tracks.
And Chuck has a major issue with NASCAR shutting down this track more than any other.
For them to say that a place like this is just too small or just isn't worth it anymore, they're fooling themselves.
Under the alias Primetime Chuck, he started a one-man movement, Save Stock Car Racing.
The sport's in bad trouble. The ratings are down, profit margins are down, the sponsors and NASCAR have just flat out gotten greedy. People like me are what this sport needs. You need real media, and you need somebody to stand up against the grain and tell the truth.
How did you get the nickname Primetime?
Amen to that. Freaking amen to that. You need somebody to stand up against the grain to speak truth, whether it hurts or not. But then you have, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. We won't get into that.
Oh man, it started out in high school. I used to run with some black dudes in high school, and they would get together before class. And they would have freestyle battles, and I used to go in there and throw some rhymes down, man. But I haven't done it in years, and it came from a rhyme, something I said about I'll be at your mom's house between 8 and 11, so that's prime time. Like, that's where it came from. And
You feel like freestyling now?
oh man, I haven't done it in years. I'm so rusty. Like, you can't put me on the spot like that.
It's about high time that you hit the high wall and got very AWOL.
That was terrible. Okay, it can't be worse than that. All right.
I'm from Canada.
All right. Yo, they call me Prime Time. I run 3 wide in victory lane. I tell you the whole time. Check it out. When I flow, I spit mad rhymes. Brian France can go back and take his behind back behind any garage in NASCAR and let me beat his behind. I'll tell you right now, it's prime time. I'm in the spotlight with Vice. Yo, I'm flowing all night. I got the check right. Write it out. $1 million. I don't give a my real name's Chuck. Oh, my God, man. That's all I got.
Oh God.
Primetime had a laundry list of things he missed about North Wilkesboro's heyday. Free parking, cheap tickets, drivers thanking fans before sponsors, and then
That I feel that, yeah. But as the economy keeps turning, the more it just gets worse and worse. So that's just a grim reality that we all face.
there was an abandoned ritual on Victory Lane.
That's another thing that's missing nowadays is we don't have the real trophy girls. We have a girl in a fire suit, and to me, that's not a trophy girl. Trophy girl needs to be wearing a bikini top,
Oh, like a trophy.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I mean, my younger self, no, he wouldn't. He would have agreed with that, but I disagree. A woman doesn't have to be bikinied and showing skin like that to be a trophy girl. Like, come on now. Really? This is why a lot of people look down on us Southerners and people that watch NASCAR. The real NASCAR, I should say. That's one reason why. No.
No, don't make it sexist. It's nothing like that. It's just people shouldn't be able to tell them that they can't do that if that's what
Oh,
they
no,
want to do.
of course not. No.
It's a free country.
Yeah.
We live in America.
But it is what
right?
it is. It's a
America. I don't know
America.
why. Yeah, like that. That's right.
And to add on to that, he's absolutely right. This is America. We shouldn't be able to have to tell anybody what to do, basically, but that's getting, like, politically incorrect or politically correct. Either way, I digress. We'll get back to the video.
You got it right. You got it down. Turn your hat a little, crook your hat a little bit sideways, and you'll be ghetto fabulous. That's right.
Canada.
Ghetto
No,
fabulous.
that doesn't work.
We didn't see eye to eye on the trophy girl matter, but I could definitely feel for Primetime's struggle to save places like this.
This start-finish line in particular represents something special to me in my life because I've dedicated a lot of my time and energy and money and heart and soul into trying to bring places like this back, and that's the ultimate goal, to get 4 tires on a race car going across this line.
Yeah.
And that would bring my life some purpose.
You seem
And
to
thank
be,
God
from what
that actually
I've seen,
happened.
the most committed to this passion.
I would rather die. I would rather stand right here on my knees and let somebody run me over with a race car than let them do what they're doing to the sport.
Ooh.
I feel that.
Leonardo da Vinci.
But anyways, there's a lot of pros to this video and cons. There's things I don't agree with. Obviously, I've been pointing them out. But we'll get back into it.
I don't know if anyone feels as strongly about.
And we're not going to watch the whole thing because obviously, as you can see, it's 43 minutes and I'm at 12. So we'll stop at about 15 minutes.
It seems like it could go either way. Like, it is definitely savable.
That it is, and that it did get saved.
For some
They rebuilt a lot
machines to
over
move
there
around it.
and opened it up for a couple races.
I mean, look at it. It's majestic.
And they're also having the All-Star race in North Wilkes-Barre at this track. That's the main goal why they reopened it. That, and you know, Primetime, Junior, and so many others helped get this open. And for an actual, you know, for a racing fan, they're not going to watch this, but I wanted to say thank you. Do an ollie! Sorry, I had to.
North Carolina. NASCAR was born here. It grew so big, places like this weren't big enough. But before NASCAR, this was dirt racing country.
Yep. And there's still several dirt tracks around. Need to reopen them. To be honest, in my opinion, need to reopen them, redo them, have some more races in them.
Stock car heaven, where the race
At
tracks
Trulana.
go to die.
But anyways, we're gonna stop there. I hope you found this video, the reaction video, and this video too, obviously, since I reacted to it, very informative. I hope you take some good things away from it. Yeah, that's about it that I can think of. But go ahead and hit that like button, which is down here, just in case people don't know. There are some people that don't know how to get through it. Go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below what you'd like to see me react to even more, if this is something y'all want to see. And go ahead and, as always, if you already haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help me out. The road to 1,000 subs. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.